Welcome, everybody. This is Abacus Fish, and we are playing old school Dungeons and Dragons using the old school essential system via Roll20. I'm joined by three players here. We have Jessica,
Hello.
Seth,
Hey, hey.
and Joe.
Howdy, howdy.
So, what we're playing today here is a session one of a Hexcrawl, and just so you chat and our offline viewers are aware, Hexcrawl games are an open world sandbox format of tabletop role playing. Besides the initial premise and the setting, I really have no control what the players decide. I can only provide information, but I will not be leading them through a series of mandatory events. No main quest is forced on the PCs. It is entirely up to the players to determine the narrative and what they explore. Fun fact, this was the format of old school Dungeons and Dragons that inspired the overworld display, first seen in Ultima video game franchise, but then was later popularized by Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. So this is kind of like a part of history that we're at. Okay. There was no point in staying anymore. The archipelago had been home to 10 families for at least 5 generations. Yet something terrible happened, something so irredeemably bad that they couldn't remain in their native lands. With tired eyes and exhausted wills, they sailed out south. According to stories passed down from the elders, there was a large continent the ancestors sailed from long ago. With no other hope, the unfortunate refugees spent 11 grueling days in their long boats with only the stars to guide them. On the 12th day, in the brillig, the wary travelers spotted a sandy expanse in the distance. The landing was bittersweet, as the voyage claimed many lives. After a period of setting up camp and grieving, the remaining members of their community looked out to the strange land from the beachhead. What now? And this is actually, that was the original premise, which session 0 was all about. And now for today's session, it is Triddy, the 13th of Germinal, 7932 year of Cosgrove. 2 nights after the Atoll Grove refugees made landfall. The night is clear and cold with a strong wind. The waxing crescent moon is nearly gibbous as its faint light sparkles on the dark ocean to the camp's north. Marion Shieldheart, the oldest of the refugees from Atoll Grove, assembles all the villagers. Marion is a tall, green-eyed white man in his 70s. He has a silver horseshoe haircut with a matching mustache. Typically wears a thick dark tunic, rugged leather trousers, and thick hide boots. Walks with the aid of a finely stained birch walking stick. Marin lost his wife Amia when she drowned on the voyage here. He gathers the villagers around, including you guys. We have been through many hardships already, and are still mourning the ones we lost along the way. He chokes back a tear before coughing. Yet our troubles continue to grow. We not only lost our loved ones on that dangerous journey, but also much-needed supplies. If we don't do something soon, we will begin to starve in 5 days. A loud rabble courses through the crowd. Some in the crowd who are already crying burst out wailing, angry voices and finger-pointing harsh in the already desperate environment. Please, listen. I'm sorry. I wish we had more time to cope. I wish we all didn't have to. Marin wipes a tear from his eye. Silence, he shouts, and the rabble stops. I know we have lost our home. His lips quiver. And our families. He takes a deep breath, and his voice steadies. But someone must go out into the unknown to secure fresh water, firewood, and food. We will perish otherwise. He reaches out a hand. Who will go out? He looks around. Who? What do you guys do?
Well, my character, this is one of the granddaughters of Marin Shieldheart, and her mother nudges her and pushes her forward a little bit. So she says, "I will go."
Marin smiles. Thank you. Anyone else?
So, a stout dwarf just stands up, throws an axe over his shoulder. It's like, I'll go out. We need supplies. And I'm one of the better built men to find them.
I shall go too. Can't have a good party without supplies.
Melina is relieved that someone else said yes, and she immediately kind of takes a step back to let anyone else volunteer that wants to. Or it could just be the three of us, I suppose.
3 is better than none.
Agreed.
So,
Dil-
oh, I was just going to say, and so, yes, there's like nobody else volunteers, and you guys are the party. You are all given a day's worth of food, each of you, and a day's worth of fresh water, and a map, which I will take you to now.
Hmm.
So the campfire is
Oh,
where
wow.
you guys are at.
Fire.
And,
I see right here.
Yes, campfire on the shore.
Yep, that location was kind of like that map was like a more zoomed in to your location. But yes, right there.
all right. Silly question. What are all the M's?
Each M is 250 feet of elevation. So those with a lot of M's are like about 1,000 feet elevation. And if you go very far south, actually, you see a very tall peak in the very far south is in the distance. It's miles and miles away, but that's probably 3,000, 4,000 feet in the
Elevation.
elevation. Yes.
So there's a big mountain farther away.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of local mountains that are also pretty high.
And then this blue line is a stream.
That is a river. It is flowing. You can tell even from this way that it is flowing north from south.
Mhm. Well, Smiths, you and me are gonna make this happen, I suppose. Where shall we find food? What kind of food can we find? I guess we'll have to start walking and see what happens.
So as you're given the map and the supplies, Marin has one little last bit before he sends you on your way. So yes, Marin gives you closing words of advice. The closer something is to our camp, the more immediate the concern may be. Hunting and foraging is easier to be done in places with more vegetation. Getting to a mountain will reveal more land. If something looks too dangerous to handle, don't be afraid to run away. A fight for survival isn't a fight to the death. Don't trust people from other villages too much. We don't know how they treat outsiders. The deep wilderness is dangerous to travel through. With underground exploration, the deeper and darker you go, the more dangerous it becomes. While in dense forests, always remember that some creatures that are normally sensitive to sunlight aren't affected under the thick canopy. And most importantly, do not venture through the wilderness at night.
Oh, thank you, grandfather.
So
And Marin waves goodbye. May Cosgrove's shield protect you.
another quick question:
Also
what
you.
are these symbols?
Those are runes. That's a cave. Those are runes.
Okay.
So
Oh, these are ruins. Oh, that's a cave. These are ruins.
Yeah. Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So just so you guys are looking at those runes, you can kind of tell that they are of a similar structure. They look like a broken wall that was part of some kind of ancient fortification that is long weathered. But it's like part of a wall and some kind of structure. Could have been a tower, could have been a keep, not sure. And then further down, you see kind of a similar thing. You can infer that there might have been a large wall between the two ruins, but that has been lost to time. And just south of that is a giant cave like structure that has many different openings. It's very hard to miss. That's why it's a white border. It's a very striking feature of the land. And then there are 3 camps to the southeast. The one closest to you, the northernmost, yeah, that one. That one has many banners on it. The banner depicts a chalice pouring water over a rose bush. The other 2 patrol camps, the ones on either side, on the south side, they have a banner that is a river flowing over a rock. And then beyond those camps, you can see in the highlands there appears to be a marsh. And then further south, but not like towards that mountain, a bit closer, you can see what looks to be like some kind of twisted acacia. And just looking at it makes you uneasy.
Well, my initial thought is if we're going to find food and water, traveling along the river is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'd agree. I would also suggest,
Mm-hmm.
I also at least am thinking about, do we want to try and make contact with one of those other camps, see who they are, and perhaps they can help us.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
they-
warned against it, but I still
guess
wonder.
I could go scout it out. I do have a horse.
I think
The horse
safety
made
in
it.
numbers is the way to
True.
go. We
Oh,
can all
wait.
scout south.
Wait, sorry to disrupt this, but Joe and Seth, could you please change your display names to your character names, please?
Oh,
Okay, carry on.
I agree that that heading maybe up along the river to the south is a good first day. Let's look for food. We'll see if there's any resources, any land, and stay away from the other people for now. I think that's safest.
All right. That sounds good to me.
So guys are moving southeast towards the river?
yeah,
Uh,
like this direction.
I was gonna say, isn't that southwest?
Oh yeah, southwest. This is the river, right?
Oh yeah, southwest. Sorry. Gosh, I'm dyslexic with stuff. Okay, so that takes 10 minutes
That's not much of anything. All right.
to get
It's
there.
just
So you guys find yourself at a riverbank that deposits into the shore.
Are there any fish in the river?
That will take time to investigate. Would you like to investigate?
we should
Well,
go a little farther south first, personally.
all right.
Yeah, you want to go
So-
to. This probably has more vegetation and therefore probably more animals.
It is
Sorry.
green.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works for me.
So that will take 15 minutes. You guys are on this side of the river, but you are going uphill. And now you are at 25 minutes. The only reason I mention this is you have 12 hours of effective daylight before, remember his final warning. You
Don't
know,
stay out at night.
do not.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so it's been 25 minutes.
And it looks like the going gets tougher the more uphill we go, or is the color related to the terrain
A little bit of both.
roughness?
So
Okay.
every time you change an M, that's another 5 minutes on top of the 10 minutes, which is normal. And then if you move through forest, that also takes another 5 minutes.
All right. Well, I think this is a good hex to look around in.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, so I'm actually going to start calculating your guys' visibility. So, yeah, come up with a plan. You know, you guys are now in grasslands. There's a river running through it. You are on the one side of the river.
Does it look like the horse can get across this river pretty easily? I don't know much about horses.
It would
Well, they can get-
require some coaxing on the horse's behalf, or on the horse handler's behalf.
Hmm. There's no like shallow, slowly moving area.
No, you guys kind of like as you guys go more up north, the river picks up. Where you guys were, it was more shallow.
Hmm.
Fine. We can look around on this side for now and
Yeah.
see what we
Any
get.
good fishing spots or anything?
Or berries. So how about
Berries.
we stay in the same area, but we can each look at a different aspect. Looking for
Yeah.
river. Seth, was that you that's asked about the river?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. But if
I'll
we
look
spot
for vegetation.
And I guess that leaves hunting to me.
Yeah.
That'll work. Hunting with an axe. Yeah, I can do that.
So fishing,
axe throwing.
hunting, and foraging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all going to take you about 10 minutes. So that's 35 minutes so far. And I will say, so a fishing check is a wisdom roll.
Uh-oh.
A hunting check is a dexterity, or you, in lieu of that, you can move silently or hide. But you're a dwarf, so dexterity check. And foraging, that can either be an intelligence or a wisdom roll.
Well, good. I got one of those.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
So, foraging along here, you find in the shade where the trees kind of bunch up. This being grasslands, there still are. It is like mostly grass and flowers and meadows, but there's also patches of trees. In one of these patches of trees that's surrounded by a bunch of bushes, you find berry bushes.
Nice.
Goldie, you are able to get some river fish. Nothing's coming right off the keep. We'll say trout. Trout's a river fish? Sure. So you're able to get some of that. I will say both of you roll a d4 in just each of you roll a d4.
Oh, okay. Oops.
That's the subreddit 1D4.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. There we go.
All right. So we'll say that you are able to get. Oh. Oh, wow. Hey, thanks, Red Fox, for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, so you get 20 pounds of berries and, or not pounds, sorry, 20 coins and 30 coins,
You got 30 coins of fish.
which is about 3
Yes.
pounds.
Not bad. Not a lot, but it's not bad.
Yeah. We can stave off starvation for a little longer. Meanwhile, maybe we can find something else that's useful.
Hold on, I'm rolling. Just gotta make sure. Buffering, loading. Okay, so yeah, everything is quite peaceful as you guys you do encounter, I mean, besides the fish, you encounter nothing else.
We'll meet up after our little excursions and I'll show off my berries. Got some good ones here. Stickbeard, were you able to find anything?
Nope. I came up empty-handed.
Had a nice
could be-
walk.
Yeah, it's something.
All right. Well, shall we move on to another area and try to find some more?
Yeah.
So
Oh, by the way, I am starting to reveal parts of the map, so if you guys want to, I don't know if you noticed that, but more of the map is revealed.
Yeah, we have maybe we have a better view from here of the ruins. Can we make out anything else that we couldn't see before?
So that you can tell that the area is in the lowlands, so it's like semi-flooded. But despite it being semi-flooded, there is enough of a foundation that is still left. You can see that there is an initial structure, and then it is surrounded by what looks like what was gates of a northern wall, but the gates have long collapsed. So it's just walls with openings.
Perhaps we should, since we're seeking food and water, but we should also go uphill maybe a little bit to try to get a better view.
That's a good idea.
all right. Yeah.
Maybe go,
Let's go
maybe
for
go
it.
south.
I also like to ask myself, what would Brock Half Giant do? I assume our friends all back at the camp are very busy setting things up, but I wish I could have the same decisiveness as some of the other people in this community. So I'll go along with if you suggest going south and farther up, get a better view. Sounds good. I'm into it.
Yeah. Better to do it now than later on in the day when we're tired.
Huh.
Oh, some things.
So that one, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll take you another 15 minutes. It has been 50 minutes, almost an hour. And what is your... So you guys end up...
We do. What
Hold
now?
on, I'm having
Sorry.
technical difficulties.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Well, it would seem that... Okay, I'm just gonna reload and hopefully everything will be better. But you guys are trying to go one south, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, it worked. Okay. So you guys are up higher, and that reveals even more things.
So more thing. So
More
things that
thing.
look like native villages. I would guess.
Oh.
All right, so you guys can see kind of across the river and around the forest what looks to be a rather big settlement. Here. You can see a hut that kind of is a road out of town over here. And then you see a smaller town over here. And these ruins are very similar to the other ruins you just saw. Oh, yeah, and here's your first forest. You can't see through it, so that's why, like, part of the map's blocked.
Yeah. See.
About how much food, well, how much supplies can we carry on us before we have to, or before we should consider going back?
Well, you have a horse, and so the
Yeah.
horse can carry quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've got 30 coin of fish and Shieldheart, Melina's Shieldheart has 20 coin of berries, yes?
That's right.
All right. So I'd say we wouldn't have to worry about it just yet.
Then I wonder if it would be worthwhile to see what we can gather in this area that we're just in. Like maybe 2 of us forage or 2 of us hunt. Or one of us just, like, what other thing can we do to just explore what else we might find here? And then we actually move further south into the forest and back closer to the river.
I have a feeling our hunting prospects might be better in the forest as well.
Exactly.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, forage around this area.
Wait, forage
Do you
around.
wanna?
Go to the forest or forage around this area?
Oh, forage this area.
Yeah, forage this area first. Like let's see if we can find anything useful here, and then move one more hex to the south, so to speak.
Okay.
So I would still like see if I could hunt anything in here. So another dexterity roll, I assume.
Would you like to take my sling for throwing at those little bunnies or something if you find anything?
Sure. I'm honestly not sure how that would affect the roll, but as a as a matter of role playing, yes, that sounds like a decent idea.
And so Stickbeard is out hunting.
And there's no river around, so I'm going to look for berries and stuff.
Okay. And Shieldheart.
Can I join in on the hunting?
See why not?
Okay, so yeah, why don't both of you give me a dex roll?
The berries is like a wisdom roll, right?
Wisdom or intelligence.
Okay. Oh wow.
Oh wow, a 1. So wise.
Oh wow, all of you are very successful. Okay, so yeah, each of you give me a d4, but Goldie give me 2d4.
Oh, another D4. Okay.
So 60 coins of meat looks like. Oh, by the way, actually, so hunting's a little bit different. You guys have the hunting. Actually, yeah, no, sorry. It's times 100 for hunting. But that's just the carcass. So you can load the carcass. So you have 600 coins of carcass. Or you could field dress it. Or you could take it back to get field dressed. Or you could haul it around.
How far are we in? How much daylight do we have left?
So you guys just spent an hour actually after that last hunt. So you guys have spent a full hour.
Oh wow, we have tons of time left.
We take this food back so that they can start preparing and preserving it while we go and look at something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that idea.
Get them started on something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And probably report to them that about the ruins and the villages on the other side.
Oh yeah, good idea.
So while you guys are kind of hauling back your gear, I assume it's like you're tying the carcasses to the back of Lucky.
Yes.
During that process, actually, you hear a whole bunch of you hear a whole bunch of horses just like almost kind of sounds like the earth is quaking a little bit. You look over, and there is cavalry charging, not like full charge at you, but definitely like sprinting towards you. One of them is holding a halberd up high, and the herald is a river flowing over a rock.
Yeah. They look like they want to talk to us. Guess we should
Yep.
talk to them.
Well, they haven't given us a reason to run away yet.
Yeah.
Who amongst us is the best talker?
Oh, don't look at me. Absolutely not.
I was gonna guess Goldie.
Oh yeah, I'll talk to anyone.
Eventually, yeah, the horses are upon you, and they circle, kind of semicircle you, and it kind of put themselves in to basically have a flanking position against you. And then one of the riders kind of rolls up, wearing armor. And the shield he carries also has the same herald, which is a river going over a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And he lifts the visor from his helmet, and he looks down at you, and he goes, "Who are you to be pilfering, or not pilfering? What is that word? Oh,
Poaching?
poaching. Thank you. Poaching in the Vassus forests."
Oh, I'm sorry. This didn't look like a forest to me.
He looks around at all the trees. Sir,
Tell them what happened.
Oh,
I'll
whoa. Oh,
poke someone else to speak for us.
well, you
Goldie,
see, we had some misfortune and we crashed on this beach down here. We're only trying to find a little bit to survive, so we can go elsewhere and find something more and be more self-reliant. We'd like to get out of here.
He looks over to the north and goes, "So that's your camp up there?"
It might be.
We
But
sometimes
but we are hungry and we have children and women and people need to eat.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you give me a charisma roll, or a charisma check?
Charisma check.
Yeah.
Oof.
oof.
Oh boy.
He is not. He is not swayed by your big for your I guess the appeal for mercy. But he's not openly hostile to you guys. Goes, "Well, if you wish to make it on your own, I suggest that you work with the authorities here rather than just going around and taking whatever you think you can."
Oh, we apologize. Weren't actually. We just crashed not too long ago. We don't actually know who the authority is around here, so we wouldn't. You're the first people we've met.
Well, then I will be the first to inform you that you are in the kingdom of Vassith. And
Kingdom of
I am Otis Rivercob, protectorate of the king.
Otis Rivercob,
Pleased to meet you.
protectorate of the king. Nice to meet you. We are sorry. We meant no offense. We are simply hungry, and we are doing our best to gather resources so that we can move elsewhere and out of your territory. We have no intention of staying.
But we don't have any place to go.
I whisper, he doesn't know that.
Well, I'd say move along. If you are looking for some respite, though, there is Barry Font, and he points over to the west. There is also Maurice's Reach, though it is a much shabbier place than Barry Font is.
Where's that?
Maurice's Reach is to the northwest.
Mm.
Oh, wait, I'm on the GM screen, so you can't see my pings, but hold on. To the northwest is Maurice's Reach. Can you see him now? Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then to the west, just on the other side of this wood, is Berryfont. That is my domain. So I'd really appreciate it if you didn't cause trouble there.
You have our assurances. We won't.
Maybe you can get a job.
Oh, we'd very much like that ourselves.
Very good.
Are there followers of Cosgrove here?
He looks at your symbol. May Cosgrove Shield protect you, Acolyte.
And you as well.
Yes, we have, hold on, let me open my NPC list. I'm just searching my mental palace. Yes. Well, we have His Excellence the Bishop Elutrius in Castle Vassith, but in Berrypont we have the priest Cosmos.
Oh. I'll have to
And
introduce
does
him to
Barry-
my family.
Does Barry Pont have any, let's say, entertainment establishments?
Oh yes. There's you can find some games to be had if that's what you're looking for. Games in medieval terms meaning gambling.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they have quite the sizable tavern in Berrypont, much bigger and much nicer than what they have in Maurice's Reach. Blech.
Well, I look forward to visiting.
Okay. Well,
We
I'm glad I
try
could
to-
put an end to your vagrancy. Now, I hope I don't catch you out here poaching in the woods again.
You certainly won't catch us. That's for sure. And I
He-
tip
he-
my hat,
he gives you-
kind of
he-
start turning around.
Okay, he does give you a sly look before closing his visor a little hard, and then rides off.
Oh, wow. I'm glad those guys weren't angrier than that.
Yeah. Well, but if we can't hunt or gather here, then where are we going to find food?
Well, it sounds like we'll be able to work and trade for it. So maybe we'll
And I can work the games.
we'll find a way.
Huh? So, what do you think of these two settlements he suggested? He seemed rather fond of Berry Pond, or what was it?
Yeah.
Berry
one.
Pont.
Pond.
Barry Pont.
He seemed rather fond of Berry Pond.
He did say that it was his domain.
Ah,
Well, I think that's a good sign that he's welcoming. He's not saying stay out of my town, right? It could be worse.
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still want to take this? Our
We should probably return before we venture further in. We don't want any more questions
Yeah.
about the food we just gathered.
yeah.
Okay, so you're backtracking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm going to get. Hopefully, I can do this without it freaking out. Oh, it's working. Okay, so that takes 15 minutes. That takes 15 minutes. And that takes 10 minutes. Oh, and I'll say that that whole exchange kind of thing took another 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are at an hour and 50 minutes right now.
Oh.
Not the worst, but
But you guys are back home to base.
Definitely wanted to get a start on food for everyone.
As you do return, here we'll just switch maps real quick. As you do return, Marin Shield looks a little bit concerned. It hasn't been long since you last returned, and he goes, and he's kind of looking to read your faces to see, like, I don't know, did you guys like find something dangerous, or is that why you guys are returning? So yeah, he's just kind of giving you this look like, what's going on?
Well, I do think it's dangerous that there's armed men in the forest. We wanted to make sure you didn't send out more parties to poach in the woods if they're gonna get in trouble for it. So that's part of it. But also look what we got. Let's start with this.
Oh, excellent. Yes, so yeah, I'll say like with your 300 coins of carcasses, like it's definitely a bunch of rabbits, but then like one deer.
Nice.
And then yeah, you have a whole bunch of berries. Well, actually, yeah, about 5 pounds of berries and 3 pounds of fish on top of like everything else that you got. So, yeah, Marin is happy about that, and he goes, "Excellent. That'll definitely stave off the starvation for a little bit longer. But this doesn't get us out of the woods yet. Good to know that the authorities are watching that wilderness down there. I'll make sure that other villagers don't venture too far south. Was there anything else you were able to find?"
Well,
We did.
if people want to go into town and work and find work, they can do that. But hunting seems to be trickier that direction.
hunting seems to be forbidden in what's his name's realm,
River Cobb.
River Cobb's realm. Excuse me.
Or the whole of Vassith, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Vasith. So this is what this land is called?
Yes.
Yes. I think he said there's a king.
A king.
I've never even seen a king before.
I have only heard of them in stories before our ancestors, before they left to settle. And he kind of looks up to the north shore where a toll grove is and goes, "Our home used to be." And then he turns back.
I know you miss grandmother.
I do. And
Oh.
he grabs your shoulder and kind of like, but I'm gonna be okay, kind of thing, without saying it.
Hmm. Oh, grandfather, there's also a bishop in the Vassith Castle. Cosgrove has followers here.
Excellent. Then perhaps it is by Cosgrove's grace that we shall flourish.
I hope so. Well, I think there's still time in this day for the three of us to make our way to Berry Pond and investigate there a little bit.
Good luck to you, and remember, outsiders, though may seem well-meaning, may also be deceitful. Practice
Yes.
caution.
Will
It is time to shield ourselves. Thank you, grandfather.
And then, of course, as you leave, may Cosgrove Shield protect you.
Yes, also in you.
And give us good luck in the games.
Oh, I don't think Cosgrove is a luck god.
No, I just say it kind of jokingly.
well, dwarf brother, are you guys actual brothers or just in the same family?
I think it was just the same family.
Yeah.
All
Just
right, bud.
cousins.
Yeah,
Well,
cousins.
my dwarfy friends, shall we?
Shall we go check out this city and see what?
I think it's
Although,
a fine idea.
if we are going to hunt some food, we should probably do it on the way back to camp.
I thought we probably shouldn't hunt anything. We'll get in trouble.
Probably not. But if we stumble upon something, we should probably do it on the way back.
That makes sense. All right, so we're setting off in the direction of Berry Pond. I guess we'll have to cross the river, and that might be easier to do closer to the shore.
Yeah, in the shallow waters.
Makes sense to me.
So yeah, I actually won't give you the river penalty if you cross here, but that's going to take 10 minutes. Oh, let me put you guys back on the overworld map. Now that you're actually leaving camp. There you go. Okay. So you go southwest back to this area. And then you cross the river. Are you going south?
So we're crossing the river down here where it's easier.
Like right here. Yeah.
And then at that point it would just be following the river to Berry Pond.
Because this one kind of nestled in the crease of the river is Berry Pond.
We could stop through the ruins on our way there. It wouldn't change the amount of time that just to take a look.
Yeah, no additional travel time, but some searching time or
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, you guys go to the ruins. So that's going to take you 20 minutes. You guys are now at 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, we get a map.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Bits of wall.
There we go. Okay, so yes, what you guys are approaching is what appears to be basically a big wall. Though approaching from this side, you do know that this right here, this like around this area, is a giant keep or tower-like structure. Though much of it has fallen, for you to be sure.
Mm.
Well, shall we proceed inside?
Yeah, I assume this is kind of an opening through the wall over here.
So yeah, yes. But as you guys are kind of like approaching this area, Lucky kind of starts whinnying and kind of like shaking a little bit, pulling on the rope that you're leading Lucky with.
Mm.
And Stickbeard.
What's wrong?
Let me finish. Stickbeard.
Oh.
You hear like rocks kind of fall down somewhere, like pebbles, various size, like not big rocks, but like pebbles kind of like sliding around and then kind of skipping across the surface. But yeah, Lucky is like...
The surface of what?
like either a wall or a floor.
Hmm.
So, well,
I
I
guess we
hear
should be
something.
cautious.
Yeah.
Guess we should be cautious moving in.
Yeah. Expect to find something or someone.
Oh no.
I mean, move that direction.
Yeah, you're pulling on Lucky pretty hard while doing this. Like Lucky is not wanting to
Yeah.
go.
Is there anything to kind of like tie Lucky up to over here?
If you were to approach the wall, there's like a broken section that you could that would be sturdy enough to hold her. Or wait, is Lucky
Hmm.
is Lucky a guy or a girl?
Oh, whatever.
Oh, okay. I just assumed it was a girl.
Oh, yeah. Lucky, she.
Okay.
Lady Luck. Lady Lucky.
Yes.
Makes sense.
But yeah, there is like a part of the wall that you could probably either like, especially here near the gate, either one of these gates that are broken, that you could probably just like tie her to, and it would stay.
Hmm.
That poor horse has had a bad couple of weeks.
Yeah. I'll tie Lucky up and where did you say over there?
There's a bush
One
right
of the
here.
walls.
Oh, right
Oh.
there. Okay. I'm tying Lucky up and proceeding in. We'll go take a look.
Let's all stay together. Whoa.
The shadows are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sight lines. Walking through.
Oh.
Goldie, you
Yeah.
hear more rocky noises coming from so yeah, this is the tower. This is the broken tower structure I was telling you about. But you can hear more rock sliding happening. Like something's shuffling in there.
Oh no. Well, I don't hear it. Sorry.
I kind of motion to them and just kind of point upwards at the tower. Kind of try to move around the tower. Trying to find the entrance. Oh, is that a window or is that a door? Right there.
That is a door.
That's a door. All right.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
open?
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
I can see
broken
through it.
door.
Okay, I can I like kind of like poke my head around the how to get it. I don't think there's anything in there.
Wow. I wonder how old this place is.
Melina, you hear something. Like
What do I
something,
hear?
and this time it's a bit more drastic. It sounded like a heavy step.
Dwarfs. There's something in there, I think.
I be careful.
Let's stay together. Oh no.
Oh, okay. So everybody stop right there. So yeah, from the dark as you look out, Goldie, like this room is, it's daylight, but like,
Mm-hmm.
and the roof is like open in a lot of spots, but it's still kind of dim in here. But outside of the shadows, you see like some kind of scaly, shadowy figure that's got some kind of reptilian head and like you can see its teeth. And when it looks at you, its lizard eyes begin to condense.
Mm.
And then, so it begins crawling towards you.
Oh.
Well,
So,
I grab my sword.
okay, so
Hey,
yeah, we're getting to
it's-
initiative
it's-
here.
It's here, guys. It's here, everyone.
So who's rolling initiative? So the system basically is one of you rolls initiative for the whole team, but you all rotate.
But we get to pick the order.
Exactly.
How about I roll first then?
Go for it.
It did not add. Is it supposed to add my dex?
It's supposed to.
Well, it says 3, but it doesn't say that it added the 1 for the dex, so. It's
Well,
a d6, right?
yeah, D6. Lizard, or yes, scaly thing goes first.
Okay. Terrifying. Melina is scared.
All right. So what it does is it kind of like it, it was trying to kind of sneak around, but like you peeked around the corner and saw it as it was trying to peek around the corner and see you. And yeah, once its eyes like start to condense, it starts crocodile crawling like towards you, like on all fours with its tail whipping behind its back. But that's its turn.
Oh, it's just coming for us.
Yeah, he's running right at you, like full sprint.
I swing back my sword and go right for its like middle of its body.
Get
Okay.
him.
Give me a roll.
I assume, yeah, it's like right next to me. Let's see.
It ran right up to you.
Yeah, it clearly wanted something. Oh gosh, what do I?
Roll a d20. What weapon are you attacking with?
Oh, sword. But isn't there like an attack with the?
Yeah, there's a way to
thing?
automate it, but I'm uncertain.
If it's in your weapons list, there should be a
Yeah, there's a
die
little
button.
die symbol on the left.
Yeah.
Oh, I put it under items and equipment. I'm a ding dong. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'll just roll a 20 while I fix that. 1d20.
And add your strength modifier.
Oh, +2. So I guess a 19.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Hit dice. There we go.
Not that.
Oh,
Your sword. Wait, what? Do you have a sword?
yeah, just a sword.
I believe it does a d8.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I thought that. Yeah, that was supposed to be the hit dice. That was a D8. Oh.
It's your hit points.
Oh, okay. Weird. It said HD on the thing. Anyway.
And you get a +2 to your melee. Right?
To my.
Because of your strength.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's 1d8
1d8.
plus 2.
There we go.
Okay, yep. It's kind of coming up and, approaching you. And you kind of stop it in its charge by, like, holding your sword out and getting it right in the middle. which like basically kind of stalls it. And it's a pretty good wound. Your blade immediately like starts striking blood, but it's still moving.
Hmm.
But you basically stiff armed it with your sword.
Whew.
It's up to Stickbeard and Melina.
All right. Do you Stickbeard want to go next?
Sure. I will, yeah. 5, 10, 15. Is there any? There's going to be an attempt to flank this thing. And I'm going to attempt to hit it with my battle axe. And do I?
Go
Would I
ahead.
add strength to that?
Yes,
Like
you
a-
add strength to your 2 hit and damage.
So 1 there.
Any luck?
I have no idea what all these rolls mean.
So that's including your strength modifier?
It looks like here. It
Yes,
looks like it did it automatically, so I shouldn't have actually added a 1 in there. Like it pops up a little like threshold modifier thing.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
There
you
we
can,
go.
You can see he rolled an 11 the first time.
Yeah. All right, there. So take that second one. That first one had an extra shit in it.
Okay, so the second roll's legit.
Second roll's legit.
Okay, you hit, and yeah, that kills it.
Okay.
Hooray!
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice work.
you run up to the side. Yeah, so this lizard monster runs right in. Goldie, you just like stop it with your blade, and then Stickbeard just kind of runs up to the side and hits it in the back of the neck, and yeah, its eyes dilate and it immediately relaxes as like blood, a green blood, just starts dripping from it or pooling around it.
Oh,
I kind of laugh. Ha ha! I wonder if the Protectorate would be mad about us hunting this.
yikes. Maybe there's a bounty. Is everyone okay?
No worse for wear. Are there any other? Bleh. I am no worse for wear. Are there any more of them scurrying about?
Let's listen.
Okay, I will give you all a hear noise check.
Oh, that's a check on our character sheets.
I was making it behind the scenes. That's why I was letting you know, like, whether you could hear or not. I wasn't letting you guys know that I was making hear noise checks. So get ready for that.
All right. Is there anything on this creature to?
No, the creature's naked. It's basically, it looks to be somewhere between a crocodile and a human.
What manner of beast is this?
It's not right.
Let's make sure the rest of the structure is clear.
Oh yeah, you guys hear nothing. You guys kind of. And I'm gonna say that 10 minutes have passed by, including
Sorry.
you guys walking up, and the combat and all that.
Oh, there's nothing in here, it seems.
So we didn't hear anything. We can feel safe to kind of explore a little bit,
Yes.
Yep.
look around.
All
I
right.
feel safe anyway.
So dwarves being dwarves, you're looking at this structure and you're like, it's actually impressive that it's lasted this long.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
gonna
tell
look
that it's
around.
very old, but yeah, it is. Still, and yes, much of it is weathered and destroyed, but still, it's a miracle of construction.
Hmm.
Whoever built
wonder-
these were like ahead of their time.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything interesting, or maybe since the building's so durable, I wonder if there's lower levels that we might be able to get to.
Okay, take another 10 minutes, and guys, just give me a basis of like where you're looking around.
I'm gonna focus in this back room where I'm at right now.
Okay. Stickbeard?
What? Whatever this or sorry, Milana. Were you interested in that thing in the front?
I think that's going to draw my attention. I'm not that much for construction. So,
Alright.
looking
Then
around the.
I'll head back to the front room to see if there's anything useful in there.
Sounds good.
Okay, 10 minutes pass by. No roll required, but Melina, you find among that debris, it looks like it was part of some kind of old mount, and it has fallen.
It looks like it was part of a what?
So a mount like a display,
Ah.
like some kind of
Thing was
stone shelf.
Can I tell what was on it, or is there anything nearby that is part of it?
That's what I'm getting. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, okay. I was just making sure I was reading the right treasure loadout. Speaking of which, treasure.
Ooh.
Yeah, underneath all the rubble, you kind of like wipe the dust away on what you thought was like stone, but then it's an immediate mirror sheen, like immediately reflective, and it's striking, and it's perfectly clean when you wipe off the dust, like what you wiped
Whoa.
off.
What is it?
Well, it looks to be some kind of panel. Do you pick it up?
I'll see if any of my friends are nearby. Can I wave not Goldie over here?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are all
Hey,
in the same room.
Goldie. Goldie, come here. Look at this.
Oh, what?
It's really
Whatever.
shiny. It's very strange.
What do you got?
You should try
Run
to
over and
pick
try
it
to
up.
identify it. Oh,
Okay, give me an intelligence check.
oh gosh. Hey, look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you're looking at it and it's like, oh yeah, it's got like, it's super dusty, but you pick it up, give it a shake, and it's a square shield made completely out of silver, but it is of a dwarven make. It is a silver shield +1.
Wow. This is good find.
Do you use a shield? Do you want to use it?
Oh, I could always add to my collection.
Let's tell Stickbeard. Let's trot it out to the other room. Because there's no reason we shouldn't use it. It should go to somebody in the party.
Oh yeah, it's ours now.
This creature. So was there any sign of other creatures or nests or anything?
So actually, yes, I was going to get to that. Stickbeard, you do notice that there are a bunch of skeletal remains near the entrance on the inside of the front room.
Oh wow.
A lot of them look like fish, skeletal remains. There are a few small critters and a human shape or two.
So we aren't the first. So we aren't the first ones to come in here. Oh boy.
Or it brought it back here to eat.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to stay here too long, lest there be more of these things. But
Yeah, perhaps we should. Now that we've taken a look, we should get out of here.
well, but you've got it. At least somebody found something useful. That's awesome.
Hey, look at Melina found a shield in the back room.
It's so shiny.
It is shiny.
Shiny is good. It has to be.
I've always been a big fan of shiny.
Well, does anybody want to strap it on and let this protect them?
I'd be happy to take it if Stickbeard is okay with that.
Go for it.
All right.
It means you go in the front when we're fighting things.
That's true.
I wouldn't be much of a gambler if I stayed in the back.
Sounds good.
But yeah.
Okay, I'm
Assuming-
putting you
or-
guys back on Overworld.
Yeah.
Um,
And about how much time do we have?
Oh, I will say that you guys are at 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we've got most of the day still ahead of us.
Yeah.
so that was a silver shield.
Silver
just a
shield
shield.
+1.
Silver shield +1.
Huh.
Well, ruins are fun. Let's continue on our way, following the path of the river, southward to Berrypont.
Okay, so that's 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes.
Yep.
Getting steep.
And 10 minutes. So 40 minutes. You guys are
Alright.
now at 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Definitely don't want to be out after dark. It's very nerve-wracking. Let's
And
approach the settlement here.
You guys are in Berrypont. Uh-oh, it's not showing up as sharp on your guys' screen as it is mine.
Last time it just took a little bit to load, so
Okay.
we'll give it a good minute here. There we go.
So if you guys zoom out, I can point to every building and basically explain what it is. That way you don't have to wander.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are some cabins. There are 3 on the south. Oh, gosh, not the draw tool. The point tool. Point tool.
Mhm.
So there are 3 cabins to the south. Those are just cottages of villagers that live in the area. Oh, by the way, as you were approaching this city center, there were just like cottages kind of out in the distance beyond a wood spiked wall. And a gate. However, the gate was open. As you walk by, you do see the Herald, a river flowing over a rock. And there are soldiers that regard you, but they regard you just as anybody else walking in and out of the gate. You get inside the wood walls. There are the occasional cottages, similar to what you see here on the map, as you approach. And then this is like the city center. So yeah, there are 3 here. And 1 here. This is a Church of Cosgrove. This is the hospital. The tavern is basically this entire area right here.
I love how the tavern is next to the hospital.
Yeah. This looks like a monument park of some kind with like some trees and the cemetery by it.
Nice.
Believe, yeah, that's blacksmith. And that is the bakery. Is that the tailor? That is the tailor, I believe. No, that's the butcher. That's the butcher. And then, yes, that is the tailor.
Does there appear to be any kind of government center or city hall?
Outside of the church, no.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, as you guys are going around, there are like, dozens of people just kind of walking around, lingering around, especially around here. These alleys right here, they all got like little stalls, people are like shouting things like, fish, fresh fish.
Mhm. The market.
Exactly. So, yeah, this is basically the economic center of Berry Pond.
Got it. Well, this is more people than I've seen in a long time, especially people that aren't of the 10 families.
Take a walk around and see how lively it is.
Well,
I don't think the protectorate is looking for us since we're not carrying food.
They're not actively hunting at the moment.
Yeah. So I don't think we have much to worry about as long as we don't upset the locals.
But we've got it. Maybe we should find out how we can hunt legitimately. He said you can't do it without authorization, but like, how do we get authorization? We do have a number of people, and those mushrooms aren't going to grow back fast enough, and those berries aren't going to grow back fast enough.
Yes. Guess I could always go and hustle some of the people in the tavern. We could always just buy our food.
Well, don't make any enemies.
Oh, I always take their money with a smile.
Do we want to stick together?
Well, let's go ask, is there, oh gosh, was there like a government building
church.
or the church?
The church is the place to ask, I think.
Okay. Yeah, let's go just inquire about permission to hunt.
And we can pay our respects to the local priest.
Figure out how this place works.
Okay,
Exactly.
We could possibly get work.
So 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'll say that it's like late morning in the middle of the day. So service has been over for a while.
Okay.
But you still see people in the church like doing prayers, like coming up to the altar. This place doesn't have a confessional. So it's not that kind of thing. There is one guy who is just kind of like sorting the pews. And I will, okay, yes. So he is, he's a white guy of average height. He's got stubble, but short hair that's just kind of shaggy, but not like terribly shaggy, and unkempt, wearing priest robes.
Let's go up to that guy. I'll point him out to the dwarves.
Looks like a good idea to me.
Oh, I guess it's dawning on Melina that maybe she should do the talking on this one. Oh, guys.
As you approach him, he's like just like adjusting one pew, and he looks up as you approaches, and he goes, "May Cosgrove's shields protect you." Hey, you're not one of my flock. He goes,
Hi.
Father Cosmos, and he holds out his hand.
Oh, I can shake a hand. I'll do that. My name is Melina Shieldheart. These are my companions, Goldie and Stickbeard Smith. We're looking for help, Father.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, please have a seat. And he kind of like sits on the pew, and he motions for you to sit next to him.
Melina will sit, kind of wringing her hands a little bit. You see, I don't know where to start. We need help. We need food. Our whole families are here. People died. We're on the shores. We're trying to figure out how to make friends with the locals and hunt and get the food that we need and live, but we don't know where to go for help.
It seems that we need permission from the Protectorate in order to, and so we're seeking permission. We humbly ask.
All right. So it sounds like you guys are starving. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
how many of you are there?
Enough to need to hunt.
I believe 34 was our last count. Our homes were uninhabitable. We had to leave them and travel here, and this is the first place we've come to.
Oh, that is unfortunate. So you guys are not even from Vassith anywhere.
No, we're from our homes, our Atoll Grove.
I'm afraid I've never heard such a place.
It's not of these shores, but our home was destroyed and we crashed on this land, and now we need food and a new beginning.
Partnerships. We're strong. We can work. We can do our part.
Well,
Many of us were farmers.
we definitely would appreciate the help, but unfortunately, we're at a very awkward time
What do you
here
mean?
in Vassith. Oh, well, I don't know. As I try to, and he kind of looks around, seeing that most of his congregation has gone away. As I have tried to be the voice, a soothing voice in this community, I feel many dangers looming around. You see,
Do you mean? Go ahead.
no. You see, Sir Parish Dugney, who lives in the hospital here at Berrypont. He was a knight, but his holding, Nerton, has been overtaken by the blight trees. And so, Keen Warren has pretty much prevented anyone from moving anywhere, has kept a tight rein on who walks around in the wilderness and at what times. And as if this wasn't all bad enough, around the same time, yes, it was Pluvius 2 months ago, in Pluvius, that we also experienced the ride of his most heinous majesty, the Antlered King.
Oh, what's that?
The Antlered King, he wanders the roads at night. And he drains the life right out of you. And the worst part is once he's drained your life, you march with him on his most vile march as he collects more souls in the night.
Is he a person? Does he have antlers?
The Antlered King holds great antlers, thorned, razor sharp, with a skull-like visage and furs from no recognizable beast. And he rides a sleigh led by 6 gigantic wolves with only one giant eye in their forehead. They bark not like a normal wolf, but like an avalanche.
Has anything been done about this? Has anyone tried to do something?
All King Warren has done is damage control. He keeps people out of danger and tells his citizens not to wander the roads at night.
Oh. Can such a being even be defeated?
I am unsure. But despite the heresy of trying to look into the blight trees, I do know of a blight tree on the northern shore that you could get access to if you wanted to take a look.
Blight tree on the northern shore. Yes, Father, we will do this. I'll look at the dwarfs for confirmation.
The blight tree in Nurton will probably be very inaccessible, and if you tried to approach, any of the king's men would stop you. And even if you did, get into Nurton, it might be too dangerous given the infestation. But the blight tree on the north shore is not a populated area, and perhaps means less undead.
Oh.
And whatever you do, do not touch the branch of the blight tree, lest you become a zombie yourself. If you were to do this, I would put in a good word with my superior, the Bishop Elutrius, and perhaps that would grant you the hunting rights in the wilderness.
How far is this tree?
It's just on the north shore, northwest of here.
So, don't touch the branches. Got it. Don't wander the roads at night. Okay. Anything else we need to know about exploring this blight tree on the North Shore?
There will probably be undead nearby, but not as much as there would be at Nurton. So prepare yourselves. Nurton was a village, where that blight tree that I just directed you to was in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully not too many undead.
Okay.
How much daylight do we have left? Plenty.
You know
more
what?
than
I'm
more
going to
than.
say your shenanigans here cost you another 10 minutes. So we're
Mhm.
at 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh, we got plenty of time to go check out this area, right?
Let's go take a look.
Yeah, let's go take a look. We'll be back.
So you're leaving town? Leaving Berry
Mhm.
Pont? Okay.
The people around here seem generally just like normal people. They're not like walking around terrified or anything.
No. Like the people seem to be at relative ease. Yeah, I mean, to get a better idea, that would require you to hang in the tavern and
Mm.
like investigate that way. So if you wanted to spend more time here to investigate that side, I would give you more details. You would also hear more rumors.
Hmm.
So it's
That's not going to be. That's not going to be Molina's natural inclination. So.
so you're going to the Blight Tree, or making your way towards that destination.
Yeah.
One
That's-
destination, one thing at a time.
Okay. No, you guys just don't want to build up on all the side quests and just be like, oh no, now what? What do we do?
Well, that would be efficient, is to find out what all the quests are and then knock them out 3 at a time.
Okay.
But no, we're not going to.
All right. I will move you to the world map.
I'm sure we'll be back to town to do some more side quests.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, like I'm not driving. You guys are.
There's cars. All right.
That deserved a Soliston laugh. Okay, so you guys are in Berrypont. How do you? Oh, let me reveal some stuff before you guys go on your way. But I think I can reveal all this. Yes. Uh-huh.
What are these?
Okay, so more wetlands that you can see. And then gosh darn it, I gotta get on the right. There we go. Yeah, so down south, east of you, there's just this big, giant, glowy, orb.
Oh,
Oh.
Or
the orb, huh?
The orb, of course.
Of course.
something to ask about when we come back to town after investigating this tree. Take a note of the orb.
Where's this? Is this the tree we're talking about?
No, the tree is actually right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay.
The priest said the northern one. I think the southern one is the one that was more overrun.
Mm. Well,
Oh, also, guys, you basically figure out where the farm is.
Nice.
Yeah, so that basically all that is farmland.
I assume that these gray things are like roads or something.
Yes, and that means you don't have to. None of the normal movement penalties apply. So elevation, crossing a river,
Cool.
does not apply.
So we
It's
should
like
maybe
civilization.
use the roads to go as far as we can before we get to use the roads to get to here before we set out across the Yeah.
Cool. We get to go to Shit Town. I mean, sorry.
Shit town.
Sorry, too vulgar.
Oh.
It was something to remember of weird specific detail that the night that we ran into was just not very favorable towards this other town.
Yeah, he really doesn't like that town.
Yeah. I am both curious and on guard about it. So, but yeah, no, sticking to the roads sounds like a
Yep.
decent idea nonetheless.
We'll just make a note of that orb thing to explore later.
Jot
It's
it down on the
fine.
map.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about.
It's just an orb. What could possibly go wrong?
It's just emanating magic and stuff. Who knows? I don't know.
Okay, so the plan is to go along the road, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, Cliff, were we
Hey.
going to be playing for another hour?
I was thinking that this might be our last point of interest.
Okay.
So that's 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, but you're just passing through town, right? You're not going in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There might be more side quests in there, though.
I would. So I would like to explicitly say that I would take a look at the town, like just from a whole like, what do the walls look like? What do the buildings
yeah.
look like?
Yeah,
What is the
we'll-
what is the general vibe I get?
I
We
I
should
think
Way
we
to
have-
vibe check the town. Yes.
think we have enough
Fire.
time. We can spend a little time to vibe check if that's going to take extra. That's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
not
just-
much more.
Just to travel through, see what it's like, see if there's anything, anything we can point out to the other villagers.
Stop for gas, buy a soda,
Okay, so we'll take a quick look at Maurice's Reach. I'll buy him. And it's actually like the structures aren't that much different. The one thing you do notice though is it's way drier. It's far away from the river. It's definitely got even though that it's far away from the tide, like basically the soil's still no good. It's like, salt water kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the saltwater threshold. But there are a bunch of goats.
Huh.
Goats.
Interesting.
Goat town.
Like domesticated goats.
And this is kind of the same situation. There are cottages around inside the... Oh, yeah, there is one difference. This wooden wall doesn't have a gate. It's just a wooden C that kind of goes around. Basically just helping kind of funnel traffic through, but not necessarily able to, like, lock anyone out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so it's got this wooden C around it. And inside the walls, there's, like, a cottage here, cottage there. But then as you get in there... So there's a large stables in the center. Gosh darn it, not the draw. I keep switching between the draw and the select, and it's not going well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the stables. There's the blacksmith. This looks to be like a farmhouse, meeting hall kind of area. Bakery. Hospital, and tavern. Oh, and some cottages, a well, a cemetery. That's it. And these are cottages too.
Okay, so it looks drier. The soil's not as good. The goats were those like flocks of domesticated goats or like wild?
They're being shepherded. Yeah, you can see
Okay.
like, some shepherds out there.
All right. Anyone want to talk to anyone?
Not particularly. Just passing through.
Making mental notes of what's going on. making notes of, you know, the vibe notes, as Joe said.
Okay, moving back to the world.
Okay.
And you're just kind of go along this ridge right here. Basically.
Kind of straight shot for the tree. But don't touch
Okay.
the branches.
That's another 30 minutes.
Okay.
So you guys are at 4 hours and 20 minutes.
All right.
And you guys enter the region. And okay, so Lucky again starts freaking out at the half-mile mark. Not even when you get into the encounter map. Like, even as you approach, like, you guys are looking at the tree and you do not like it. Like, it makes you very uneasy.
Oh dear. I don't like this one bit.
I'm just getting the encounter map ready. Hold on, guys. I tried to have every map ready, and I couldn't get every map ready. It's fine.
Well, it gives me a second to just ask. So what did the priest ask us to look at? Just to investigate the tree in general, or are we supposed to find something, or dare I say it, slay something?
I don't think there's anything in particular we're looking for, just gathering clues and information about how this threat might be dealt with. What can we do about those blight trees? Is that what other people understood?
It's about the most that I remember.
I was like,
Yeah,
if
I
you want
guess
to
just
take a closer look.
yeah, we'll take a look. We'll see what's there.
Okay, still buffering.
I'm gonna take this opportunity. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine. I need a second to loading worlds, loading tokens, loading enemies.
Hello.
Hey.
Switch to a different device. That is all.
Oh, are you on a headset?
Yep. Still here.
I wish I started a timer that way. I could be like, how fast does it actually take me to do this? It's going smoothly. Okay, and now I gotta come over here and almost. All right. And that is how long it took me to put the map in display and add tokens and everything.
All right.
Pretty. But here you guys go as you approach the Blake tree. So I will say this: those skeletons. So there are skeletons just kind of wandering around the Blake tree, but they don't seem to notice you that much. The roots have this weird gnarled shape, and sometimes takes the shape of a skull. And as you look at it, you swear that the skull is like shivering, possibly biting. Just the roots. So that's what the roots are doing. You also notice at the base of the tree that there's a pile of skeletonized corpses. Though one corpse that is mostly skeletonized, but like its belongings look relatively okay. You can see that it, and it's kind of on top of the corpse pile. It's got like what looks to be a pouch, and some silver coins are kind of spilling out of that pouch, like a few silver coins. And on top of it, like clutched in its skeletal hand, is some kind of birch wand with a steel tuning fork affixed to it. And that's at the base of the tree.
Oh, well, that looks interesting. Can we get to that person without touching the tree? Is it like
Hmm.
You could
maybe?
probably well, no, like with a sword or like a spear, pretty easily. But
Okay.
the issue becomes is right now those skeletons are just kind of wandering, minding their own business. They don't seem, but you're not sure how at this distance. Oh, and by the way, yeah, the horse is kind of whinnying like crazy.
It senses evil.
That's not a good sign.
Hmm.
Oh man. I've heard of other followers of Cosgrove being able to reprimand these undead creatures and send them fleeing, but I'm certain that wouldn't work for me to do. I don't know. Maybe we can't get closer. That newer
Hmm.
corpse though with that device or wand of some kind, that looks like it might be useful.
Where is that? Is that closer to the what stream? Whatever this is. Oh, so like right there.
Oh boy.
Hmm. I assume this is water. Yeah.
Yep, salt
Maybe.
water. You guys are like close enough to the shore.
Hmm. You're a cleric, right?
Yes.
Can you can you bless the stream into holy water?
I mean, I could go through the motions, but my faith has not been proven enough for such an act.
Hmm.
I am at a loss. We're not
It's a lot of
supposed to.
skeletons.
Yeah.
Maybe if we go to one side or the other, like if we were up here, then we could just deal with the ones on one side. The others might not even notice us.
But what if they do?
We could probably run away if we need to. Remember the words of my grandfather. We could
That
always
is
run away.
that that is true.
And we have a horse to make it fast.
One horse for 3 people doesn't quite work.
Well, okay, I can get away fast. Let's take a look up at the northern area. How high are these? How high is this? Is this like
I
a?
would say that's about 8 or 10 feet.
Oh, okay, enough to take cover behind, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Is there a we could get their attention and see if I could throw a rock at one and see if I can get its attention. Try to draw it across the salt water.
God.
That way we don't have to go over there. Once we're over there, it's it's not good for us.
Well, so I'm going to be a Debbie Downer here and ask, like, why are we trying to get the attention of the undead creatures? It looks like.
That way they don't attack us while we're not looking.
Oh, okay. So attack them head on. But so we now at least know. So there's one. There's one slightly less dead undead holding what looks like a wand with a tuning fork at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Is
it's an undead, it's an actual dead body.
Oh, goody. Is that enough information to take back to the priest?
I think we need that stick.
Ah, okay. So you propose to grab the stick without touching the tree, mind you, so that we don't turn undead.
Yes.
All right. Then some way of drawing them close to us, that way we can pick them off one by one, might be the
Yeah,
easiest.
it'd be much easier to be careful about grabbing grabbing it if we don't have to worry about skeletons closing in on us.
The whole lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And if we draw their attention up here, we at least have the sea as and rocks as protection. We can't.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. All right. There's got to be a rock or something nearby. Can I just pick it up and throw it at one of the?
I can give you one of my sling stones.
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, I'm just going to measure the distance because you're throwing it. I believe that's long range for throwing a rock.
Is it the long range for a sling?
No.
I've got that on my character sheet.
I think
Sling is up to
40 feet.
80 feet is still medium range. So 80 and above would be long.
So it'd be medium range for a sling, yeah.
Actually, short
We're-
range.
Oh, short range. Oh, okay. Well,
It's exactly 40 feet.
there you go.
sweet. There we go. All right, so I guess I would roll.
Roll a d20 and then add your dex.
Where's my dex? Oh, I don't have a dexterity modifier.
Then you just roll a d20.
Sweet. Hey.
Nice.
Oh, and so roll a d4. And, so you throw it to distract it, but you end up knocking its skull off and it falls off. It falls down.
Ooh.
But upon that happening, so this one dies. But these four right here turn around and look right at you.
Oh, hi.
Well, yes.
Well, that might be what we were aiming for.
Yes, but I was hoping to
Roll,
pick
roll
off one more.
initiative.
Roll initiative.
Oh, okay. So
Who-
there were 2 rounds of initiative. So whoever didn't roll initiative last round has to roll this round.
I'm not sure we had 2 rounds because I don't think I even got an action.
Oh yeah, you didn't. But you did roll initiative last time.
Yeah.
Oh,
So someone
that's
else.
right.
Someone else.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, that thing was crushed.
Yeah, we made short work of it. Let's see. I can't remember. Is there an initiative button or
Yes, on your character sheet.
under combat on the right? Initiative.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
1 second, my character sheet isn't even loading anymore. So I don't know what the hell's going on today.
You guys go first.
Oh,
Great. How about I will unleash my sling at one of these guys.
probably closer one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start with the one in the close. So, bolstered by the success of a rock thrown at a skeleton's head, I'm going to whip my sling around and let it fly,
What it takes.
aiming at the next closest guy.
Okay.
18. I thought it would add my dex, but I'm still not going to get to 20 for that
Yeah.
double damage.
Everybody make a wisdom roll.
Oh, everyone make a wisdom roll?
Yep.
Yes. Don't worry. It's fine.
Ah.
Okay. Well, Stickbeard, Melina, you figure out that after the second rock throw, hey, blunt weapons are probably the way to go against these guys.
Yeah.
Because, yes, you just nicked it with the sling, but it still was enough of an impact to shoot its jaw right off its skull. But it's still, like, mostly moving around. But, like, a lot of its structure has the spine in the neck area, and its jaw is missing. So it's, like, definitely kind of crumbly, but it's still intact enough to come after you.
Joy. Although I suppose that's a good thing to know.
Okay, so now everybody. So Melina made her attack. Stickbeard and Melina made the realization. 2 more actions on you guys, and then the skeletons go.
All right. Who's
So,
next?
Are we all sharing the same sling? Can you hand it off to me and I'll throw it? Oh,
No,
okay.
sorry.
Alright,
Not in the middle of
then-
combat, anyway.
I had the initial sling thing, and then once it became combat time, it's Melina's
Yeah.
got it.
Then the best I could possibly hope to do would be to find a rock and throw it.
Okay, roll. I'll give you a long range rock toss.
What do I even roll for that?
So D20 -1 plus your dex bonus.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, you throw a rock and it, goes right by him.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Goldie.
I am also throwing a rock. I am not going across that.
Okay, so again, D20 -1.
D20 -1. Boop. There we go.
That's a hit. Roll a d4.
All right.
Yep, and that's enough to finish it. I guess I didn't want you to roll, but you got to finish it up. Okay, that was your guys' turn. Their turn. So they are like,
they move fast.
well, when
Yeah.
they're spending their entire action moving, yes.
Oh yeah.
So that was their entire. Now roll new and ish. So
All
I
right,
guess
Joe.
at this point it's whoever's left, right? Because
Yes.
okay.
All right, give me 1 second. Over there. There it is. Ding. Ding.
And the skeletons go first. I will say that, yeah, kind of. They crowd around Goldie,
Oh goody.
and they each make an attack on you. I will say 2 of them have your shield, so your shield will actually add 2 AC. So what is your AC normally?
It says. What the heck is it? Oh, 13.
13. Okay, so they have to hit. So they have to beat your armor
And
class.
then I have my
Your
+1 silver shield, right?
Right, which actually counts for
Yeah.
2 because shields normally count for 1, but because it's a shield +1, it counts for 2. So you have AC 15 against the 2 on your right, but the 1 on your weapon. Oh wait, no, your shield would be the 2 on your left.
Yeah, shield left hand.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I
assuming-
guess
I'm
it's
assuming I'm right-handed.
it's up
which
to
I
you.
am.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm right-handed.
Okay, so the 2 on your left will get the shield bonus, but the 1 on your right, who's attacking your weapon hand, does not get the shield bonus. Oh, that one was a 14 on the very left one. So
Oh.
like yeah, that one like almost gets over by your shield, but you're able to just kind of like brace against it. But like yeah, all of them are like trying to climb. Well, you got one kind of fended off with your sword, but the other 2 are like trying to climb, kind of like claw your shield away from you, and they're like biting. You can hear their like teeth snapping. Yeah, and they're not making any noise besides the bones creaking. It's rather eerie. Okay, your guys' action.
Ah. All right. Well, I've got another blunt weapon, and it's not a sling. I'm gonna screw up my courage and run up there and attack the nearest one to help out my friends.
Okay, and yeah, you can move and strike, I believe, up to 40 feet.
This mace my mother gave me when I was setting out for the day. Her words on how to use it, all the hours spent practicing, ring through my ears. I think I rolled a 3.
Whiff.
Oof.
Goes right. It goes wide right.
Yeah, that's okay.
2 more
We'll make it
actions.
through this.
Who else?
will
I am
do-
going to. Oh, you want to go first, Joe?
Sure. So, but
All
in a
right.
similar vein, running up. Oh man, getting around. I assumed this was a tree, so getting around it is kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Probably just right there then, and aiming for that one with a battle axe.
There you go.
Any modifiers to that one? Hello?
No.
Okay.
Just
Oh.
roll attack.
There
That's
you
a
go.
hit.
Woo!
Oh yeah, an 8 damage. Yeah. So
Dang.
Wow.
because you rolled your previous roll, I'll just let you guys know this. Bludgeon gives +2 to the damage,
Okay.
but bladed
Nice.
weapons, including the battle axe, are -1. Though it's still enough to cut. Though you can tell after that battle axe strike that it wasn't as effective as it could be.
Yeah.
So,
I don't exactly have another weapon to use, so
what
I know.
about your
But
fists?
you're learning, some things fighting skeletons. I mean, you guys have never fought skeletons before.
True.
that's fair.
Well, unless you
Um,
count, skeletons inside people, then maybe you have.
Now the meat casing on those is not as resistant to the blades, so
the
it's very
meat
different.
casing. I assume I reeled a little bit from these skeletons trying to like claw at my shield and stuff.
Yeah, but actually over your shield arm, this, battle axe goes whoosh and just like cleaves the rib cage in two.
All right. Well, I kind of reel back, and I also see Melina off to my right attacking one of them. So I take my shield and I just smash it against the skeleton as hard as I can. Can I do that?
You know what? Yeah, go ahead, make an attack roll.
Just a D20.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whiff. You push against it with its shield, but it's able to kind of stand its ground.
Mm.
Yeah, it's up to anybody now.
Oh, we do
For
have more
initiative?
actions? Oh, initiative.
Yeah, anybody can roll an ish.
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice roll.
You go first.
Sweet.
We may make it out of this yet.
Yep, I'm going to now take a swing at the one that I was previously trying to bash with my shield. I'm going to attack with my sword.
That is a miss.
Mm.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I mean, that was my action. Yeah.
All right.
Shall I give it a shot one more time?
Yeah.
All right. So, kicking over that corpse, going to flank that one, and wabam.
Okay. And that's enough to kill it.
They go down pretty well, so long as you follow through, I guess.
Nice. All right, and then I'll swing at this other one. I know I can do better. How about a 10?
No, that is a miss.
I got closer this time.
Okay, so the one that you attacked actually turns away from Goldie and looks right at you. And Melina, this is like you looking right into the eye sockets of an undead skeleton monster as it reaches out with its like bony fingers, and it's creaking and crackling, and like it's not making a sound. And yeah, it like as it's like swiping at you, it bites and you can hear its teeth, clamp.
Ooh.
And what is your AC?
Where's that? 14.
Oh, okay. So that was a 13. kind of like scratch it, nearly like gets your face, but you're able to kind of like, weave out of it. Maybe it pulled a hair out.
Oh my goodness. By the grace of Cosgrove's shield, that's what saved me. Okay, well that's making me angry. But I already used
roll
my action
initiative.
this turn.
Oh, you.
Is it? It's me now, right?
Yep.
Sure. Yep. All right.
And you go first.
Can I yell at this thing? I don't know if there's a level requirement for turning the undead.
No, there isn't. Try it.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
Go for
I'm
it.
gonna say, Cosgrove dismisses you, and shout at this thing. So I roll 2d6.
Yep.
Nice.
I got a pretty good roll.
Dang.
I don't know what this means. I rolled an 11.
Oh yeah. So basically everything. Well, so you're level 1. You can only scare away things up to level 2. Hit
Okay.
dice away. And I'll actually give you this. Not only does this one like run away, but then like the tree starts like, its roots that look like skulls start like twisting and biting, and these skeletons right here, they start going away too.
That's right. Get out of here.
Nice.
Now let's go grab that thing and go home. I gotta hide somewhere under a bed.
All right.
Who's got a long sword or stick that they can use to get that away from the dead body?
I mean, I have a sword. I don't know if that's long enough.
It's longer than your arm.
Yeah, no, it's sort of work.
All right. Going to wander on over and not touch the branches. Kind of.
So as you get close to the roots, like as their face, as the skull face twists and they bite, you swear you can hear them hissing or whispering something.
Does it sound like another language?
No, it just sounds very faint.
Ghostly.
Ghostly and eerie. Can't wait to get out of here. I love spirits, but not this kind.
Nice.
Does
Okay.
anything happen?
You're easily able to. I mean, like, yeah, all that weirdness is happening around you, but you're able to, like, with your sword, you like grab the strap of the purse. I'm gonna say you drop, because of the method of which you're doing it, you drop 2 pieces of silver, so you only get 65 pieces of silver. The 2 coins fall right on the branches of the tree.
Oh, never mind. Those are lost forever.
Or like in the roots. Yeah. But anyways, but the wand, yeah, you're able to kind of first push it towards you, and then it's far enough away from the roots that you can just pick it up. It's a birch wand with a tuning fork on the end of it. Looks shiny.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's take this back to our camp and see if anyone knows anything about what it might be. Did we want to do any more hunting or foraging or fishing on our way? We're kind of near the ocean. Probably harder to fish here.
Yeah, were we going to report back to the church, or were we gonna go back to camp?
Makes sense. Take it back to Father Cosmos. Cosmos?
Or
Yeah.
he just asked what we learned. He didn't necessarily ask for like a treasure or anything, did he?
No, I think it's just investigating. He didn't know of any particular thing to send us out for.
Good, then the treasure's all ours.
We can use it to pay for food.
Right. Or I can go use it to hustle at the tavern.
Turn that 65 silver into
Into a lot more.
Well, you do have a way with cards. What do we
Sometime with
think? Back to Cosmos or back to home camp?
How much time do we have left?
You got plenty of time, but I was gonna make this like your last point of entrance or interest. So this is what I'll say: if you go back to Cosmos, we'll kind of end it there, or you guys can end it going back to camp.
Camp makes sense.
Camp makes sense.
Okay.
All right, I'll go with camp then.
So we end the day. You guys were able to bring in 400. Actually, oh, sorry, that's the carcasses and somebody 220 and 30. Okay, we'll just round it off and say you guys got about 300 coins worth of food, which is about
Great.
30 pounds of food. Which that's enough. I'd say that extends your starvation a day.
Okay. So
But
it's
you
keeping
also
even.
but you also got treasure, and treasure could be more food. Because, like,
Yeah.
that shiny shield and that shiny wand and some shiny silver coins, that can also be more food. You also got experience, but I will calculate all that later. And that ends the first day journey of the refugees from Atoll Grove.
Yay!
All right. Woo! Good job.
Adventure.
Excellent. Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
for running this. It's been kind of neat to just explore a sandbox world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
Cool. And thank you, chat, or offline viewers, for stopping by. Just remember that if you wanted to keep up on all serious industry streams, the best way to do that is to give this channel a follow. Alternatively, you could go to our Discord, Facebook, or Twitter, where we also do stream announcements. There's also the website, shatteredempire.net. Shattered Empire is a post-apocalyptic interstellar synthwave-fueled tabletop RPG. And if you go to the website, shatteredempire.net, there's the free alpha. The free alpha has everything you need to make a character, and if you're a crafty enough GM, you might be able to make your own campaign. So with all that said, thanks again, everybody. This is Abacus Fish, signing off.